All right, welcome guys to the solution to the research methodology questions. We want to provide solution to the previous test tutorial problems that was presented on this channel. Here are the solutions that we want to discuss now. If you remember, some few weeks ago, precisely about 3 weeks ago, we presented the questions. Now the solution is available. If you haven't seen the questions, you can just scroll down on the channel. You will see the questions available. Now the first question here tells us that in the following paragraph, there are 4 numbered citations in text. Produce a hypothetical literature list according to the following criteria for corresponding literature item using our 7th edition, and this ends at 6 points. Now, this is a paragraph. The paragraph says a manual floor cleaning task which is quite labor intensive and ineffective. Then we have 1, Michelle 2022, is intended to be solved by the remote control electric floor mopping system. Also, people with disabilities need more considerations on the matter of floor cleaning. And we have 2, Pandi et al. 2014. According to 3, Khan et al. 2021, traditional mopping techniques can be laborious and physically demanding, especially in large areas. This keeps homes tidy and keeps away filth, bacteria, and illness-causing germs in the surroundings. Then we have Sandeep and Mita 2016. Now the citations are numbered 1, 2, 3, 4, as you can see. Now, these are the criteria for providing a kind of hypothetical literature list according to the question. So we want to provide a hypothetical literature list according to the question following the criteria listed here. The first one is an edited book. You can see here, edited book by 2 editors. All right, so we have it here. Michelle 2022. This is the author that was cited up there, but the editors have not been cited. So you need to provide hypothetical editors, and there are 2 of them. So the title of the literature item is Cleanliness and Human Habitation. Cleanliness and Human Habitation. Now, this appears in the edited book. Then, this is the format. We write in Stone and Taylor TG, EDS. That is, Stone and Taylor TG are the editors for this edited book. And the title of the edited book is written in italics. Can you see here? That is Humanities Information Research. Produced by Macmillan in Boston, 2022, pages 27 to 30. Now, right here, we can see that we have 2 titles. The first one is Cleanliness and Human Habitation. Cleanliness and Human Habitation. That is the title written by the man, Mitchell C. But it appears in the edited book titled Humanities Information Research. So this is a format for presenting the citation of an edited book. All right. In this case, we have 2 editors, and that is why EDS appear here. If it is one author only, we have only ED. It will not be EDS. EDS means editors rather than editor. All right. And that is the first one there. That's the first one there. So if you can write according to this format, then you get all the points for the first one. All right, so that was the first one. Now the second one is a report. And that report, as we noticed in the citation, we have Pandale et al. You can notice it here, Pandale et al. Meaning that in the 7th edition, we have more than 2 authors. So it can be 3, 4, or more. Now I assume that they are 4. And so to present the listing, it is listed with 4 authors, as we can see here. Pandale A, Kaushik A, Ja A.K., Kapsi G.A., and the year 2014, full stop. So the title of the report is Technological Survey and Technological Survey on Autonomous Home Cleaning Robots, World Health Organization Report, IN456T22. Now, when IN456T22 represent the report number, and so when you present a report, you add the report number to it. Now, mark you, this is just a hypothetical situation. It is not real. I formulated the report number, and then the World Health Organization is just hypothetical. It's not real. It's not a confirmed or real report. That is what you also can do. But make sure you use the pattern, this format. Now, here, I assume that there were 4 authors. You can assume there were 3, 4, 5, or whatever. Just make sure it is more than 2. And that is when we can present it in citation as the first author followed by it all. All right, so that is for number 2, which was a report. This is a pattern that we expect to follow. All right, and also notice that the listing here have been presented with hanging indentation. Hanging indentation. The first line of the list is started from the margin, while the subsequent lines are indented inward. And that is the proper way to present that in your reports. It makes it to look well formatted and attractive to reading. Okay, so that is it. All right, so let's go to the number 3. The number 3 is a conference paper written by 4 authors. And then here, in the paragraph given, we have Khan et al. In the year 2021. Khan et al. So let us see what Khan et al. Actually was. It was a conference paper written by 4 authors. Conference paper written by 4 authors. So as you can see here, I presented that with these authors. So Khan was the first author. So we don't know the other 3 authors. And that is what you will provide, hypothetical situation. You will provide the other names. You don't have to write real names of people that author a paper together, but make sure you start with the first name as Khan, since Khan et al. Has been cited in the in-text citation. So we have Khan J, Babka U, Chogul A, and Sangal S in the year 2021. And that is the names presented here to represent 4 authors, starting with Khan J. Now, the title of their paper presented at the conference is Design and Development of Smart Solar Power Street Sweeping Machine. And that is it. And this was found in the proceeding of the 5th International Conference on Design Engineering that was held in San Francisco, July 1993. It was published by Morgan Kaufman, San Mateo. That's the city. Morgan Kaufman is the publisher here. Morgan Kaufman is the publisher. The city where it was published was San Mateo, and the pages where this particular article having this title appear in that proceedings was pages 312 to 317. Now, notice that the title of the proceeding, the conference proceeding, is italicized. That is actually the format in upper 7th edition. Proceedings of the 5th International Conference on Design Engineering has been italicized, whereas the title of the paper itself was not italicized. So take note of this point. So in your own writing, you might not be able to write italics by your handwriting. So in that case, you need to underline it. Underline the title of the proceeding, or title of a journal, or title of a textbook. They have to be underlined to identify the title in the format. All right, so that is how to present a conference paper by 4 authors. Okay, Now, the last one is an online journal with DOI. And then online journal with DOI was written by Sandeep and Mehta 2016. Sandeep and Mehta 2016. So let us see how to present that in a literature list. We have it here. Online journal with DOI. Sandeep JM and Mehta GD 2016. Those are the two authors. And then the title of the article in the journal is Design and Development of Tricycle Operated Street Cleaning Machine. Okay. Design and development of a tricycle street cleaning machine. Now, the title of the journal is Journal of Information, Knowledge, and Research in Mechanical Engineering. Now, all of these has to be italicized. Pardon the error here. Journal of Information has to be italicized alongside with the other remaining words in the title, which are Knowledge and Research in Mechanical Engineering. Now, we have 4(01). 4(01) means volume 4, and 01 is the issue number. And then you do not have to write volume in Word or VOL abbreviated volume. No, just present 4(01). Don't write volume 4 and then issue 1. No. Then after that, there should be that there is a comma, and then the page numbers follow without putting pages or PP or whatever. The page numbers just follow 1452, 153. That is the correct format for a journal. Now, since it's an online journal with a DOI, according to the question given, we provided a DOI. This is a real DOI that I actually copied somewhere to show or demonstrate how DOI should be presented. It should be presented like a URL, a website URL, http://dx.dioi.org/10.17577/IJERTV4ISO40912. You don't have to write all these other parts. Just present an hypothetical situation, but it must come with http://dx.doi.org/10. or whatever. So that is how DOI should be presented. If you do this, you get the full mark. If not, you get some part of the points here. And then if DOI is not there, you lose some small parts of the points. DOI is not written there. So that is how a DOI should be presented. APA 7th edition dictates that a DOI should be presented as a website URL in this format. And that is it. So let's now move on to section 2, problem number 2, solution to problem number 2. I hope question number 1 solution is very clear. All right, so make your comments. If you have any other comments, make your comments in the comment section, and I will respond. I'll be glad to respond to your comments. Don't skip any part of this video so that you can gain all the knowledge needed in tackling the problems that have been presented. So let's go to problem number 2. Write short notes on the following parts of a research proposal. Just short notes. So the first part is title. So a title should be short, sharp, and describe what the research is all about. And then it can also be regarded as a working title that you will revise as your project develops. And then you should endeavor to make it about 10 words if possible. If at all possible, it should be limited to 10 words. And the title should serve as a mini abstract of your investigation and should put the most important words first. Now, when you look at this, you realize that the title will be written in a way that it summarizes what the investigation is all about. So it has to be technically written and then presented in order for people that read the title to have an idea of what is actually included in the proposal. So if you write this, you have a 2.5 points. 2.5 points. So that is it. Just a short description of how a title of research proposal should be written. All right. And the second one after the title is the abstracts. So we have a short note also on the abstracts that shows that The abstract should be about 200 to 250 word summary. That is the standard here in this institution. We use 200 to 250 word for abstracts. And that's a summary of the proposed research, including the keywords. That is what, why, how, and when. This does not mean that one will be writing what, why, how, and when into the abstract, but the answer to these what, why, how, and when questions will be included in the abstract. And that makes the abstract to be meaningful. Then also, you need to include a brief description of the aims of the study, the research population or subject matter, the methods to be used, and the time frame also must be included. So as the last portion of the abstract, you have to indicate why the research is needed and its uses. So this is part of the information presented in the abstract in 200 to 250 words for the research proposal. So if you write these short notes here, and you get 2.5 points, 2.5 points. You don't have to write too much stories. You don't have to write too much stories in this situation. All right. So that is that about number 2. And then number 3 is a calculation. And this calculation is on inferential statistics. And when we carried out the inferential statistics, we carry out some statistical calculations, such as variance, standard deviation, and so on and so forth. So in this particular case, the variance of a set of data is required. So we have the set of data here. I don't mind the way it is presented here. It's actually 156, 278, 134, 202, 236, 198, 187, 199, 143, 165, 223. They're actually single numbers. They are not two numbers the way it appears here. They are single numbers. They are single numbers. So we want to write out the numbers as single numbers, not as two numbers like this. They are single numbers. We want to carry out the variance. Now let's look at the solution. We want to calculate the variance. The solution is here. This is the formula for calculating variance. Variance is represented as S squared. S squared equals summation xi minus x bar all squared divided by n minus 1. So in this case, we represent the set of data as set 1. So that is why we have x1 bar and n1 appearing here. So writing this formula alone earns you 1 point. That's 1 point. Now, we look at this formula carefully. You see that we require the mean of the set of numbers, which is x1 bar. All right, and that's the first part to be determined or calculated right here. We have it here. So x1 bar equals 156 plus 278 plus 134 plus 202 plus 236 plus 198 plus 187 plus 199 plus 143 plus 165 plus 223, all divided by their number, which is 11. They are 11 in total. And that's, if you compute this calculation here on your calculator, you arrive at 192.82. And that is the mean of this set of data. All right. So that's the first part, and that earns you 2 points. We have 2 points for that calculation right here. Now, okay. Then we go ahead and determine the variance. Applying the formula we have above, we can determine the variance. By applying the formula above. Okay, so we go ahead and use the formula right here, to compute the variance. And that is computed by subtracting from each item the mean of the whole group. And then whatever you obtain, you square it as according to the formula here. So when you square it for each of them like that, then you add all up. You add them all up. After adding them up, then you divide by n minus 1, their number minus 1, that is 11 minus 1 in this case, and that is 10. So if you do that, we come out with this answer 1828.56. Now each of these lines NU marks, and the total points is 7 points, 7 marks. So we have 1 mark here, we have 2 marks here. For this line, we have 1.5, and then the long calculation here hence you 2.5 marks. So the total is 7 marks. It's very simple and straightforward, as you can see. So don't mind the way it appears here. The screen is cutting some parts in this recording, but you actually know what actually is presented right here. This is a 236 minus 192.82, and the last one is a 223 minus 192.82. Then you close the bracket and square it, just like other ones that we have presented. You can see it here. You close the bracket and square it. Then you now divide all. When you have summed up all of them, then you sum. You divide everything by 10. So a closer look at this calculation shows that the variance of the group is 1828.56. That's the solution to that problem. Now, we need this calculation in so many statistical analysis. We need a variance or sometimes standard deviation, and that is why it is included in this tutorial problem for testing your knowledge. All right. Next, we are moving on to the last question, which is number 4. Number 4 requires that you distinguish between categorical variable and numerical variable. Categorical variable and numerical variable. A categorical variable yields data in the categories, okay? And numerical variables yield data in numerical form. All right. Categorical variables provide, data in categories, and we have example. For example, if you ask the question, what is your major? The responses to that, or response to the question, do you own a car, can give you responses such as biology or yes or no. Now, this does not provide numerical data. It's just a category. Okay, category of data. All right. Do you own a car? The answer could either be yes or no. And the first one, what is your major? Somebody can be studying engineering, somebody can be studying fishery, somebody can be studying medicine, or probably biology, or whatever the case. So this does not provide us with any numerical data. So that's an example of a categorical variable. Now, in contrast to that, responses to such questions as how tall are you? When you ask this question, you mention a value, maybe 1.6 meters, maybe 1.75 meters, or what have you. Or when you are asked the question, what is your GPA? As a student, you tell them the value, maybe 4.2 in the universities. In the other institutions, it could be 4 points as a total. Then somebody can say 3.2, 3.1, 2.5, 2.9, and so on. And those are numerical values. And that's an example of a numerical variable. So numerical data can be either discrete or discontinuous. So when you write this, you will get a 2.5 points, not 2.5 points, 2.5 points. So that is it. Sorry, it is 2 points, 2 points. You get 2 points for that particular answer. So you can go over this again, watch the video again from beginning to the end, and so that you can get the gist of how the solutions are presented, the reasons behind each solution provided here. Don't skip any part so that you can get all the explanation clear. All right. Do not forget to like and share the video. Also, smash the notification bell in order for you to be notified when interesting videos like these are being presented on this channel. Don't forget, this is a True Teach channel, a channel where we present information on electronics, computer, instrumentation, and mathematics. So today we presented information on research, how we can actually determine some few things in research. And now we present references, citation in research. So until another time, I say thanks for watching. Bye bye, and see you in another video. Okay.